Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa, and Chanel. She just came up here and I figured this perfect. She hangs out with me up here anyway. Usually all three of them do. I know Bubba is on my bed right now taking a long afternoon nap, and today I'm doing something that I really never ever do. I'm making a video in the afternoon because it's Wednesday, hump day, and I don't know if I'll be able to make one tomorrow. I don't think I will. And I wanted to be able to do one video before my Friday video, and I had been thinking already about my palettes when I told you I wanted to tell you my favorite palettes. And my plan was to do my 5 favorite from 2015, you know, do something kind of kitschy like that. And I think I'm going to go over, and I just couldn't decide, so I just brought them all up here. One of them's really not a palette, but something I wanted to mention, so we can just do like my favorite eyeshadows or something. And so this is, let's see what time it is now. It's 3:24. So I've been up since 5. I've changed it. I moved it from 5:37 to 5. What did I change it to? Something silly, but okay, from 5:37 to 5:47. So I'm giving myself 10 more minutes. That's right. Normally I don't make videos in the afternoon. So what you were seeing here today is makeup and hair. My hair I did. I should have brought you up and showed you what I used. I might go down and get that. My hair I did last night. I did something a little different. And my makeup, I'm going to cut the TV off because even though it's on mute, I will still look at it. It's the news. I'm a news junkie. And so this is my makeup that I've had on since I got back. I don't know, since early morning. I got back and did a few things, and then I put it on. So it's been on probably about 4 or 5 hours. And one thing I wanted to tell you is I have been loving, I've been using that Natasha Denona Lifting Primer every day. I love it. I love the way it feels. I love the way the dispenser is. I love the way it smells, and I love the way it looks under all of my foundations. And another thing I have been doing is experimenting with putting like 1 pump of the Face Glow, Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. She's borderline obnoxious. She never does anything like quietly. It's always very deliberate. Not like Sassy's more, you know, dainty. Anyway, Sassy is down on the heated blanket right now. But I've been experimenting with mixing that is so glowy. That foundation has for those of you that have ordered it and gotten it, if any of you have, put down below what you think of it. I'm just curious because it's so different than anything I've ever tried. I have really enjoyed mixing it with other things. And today I have it mixed with good old Estee Lauder Double Wear. And what that does is it kind of gives that foundation a little bit more, I don't know, coverage or color, and just a little bit more of a creaminess. And then the Natasha Denona gives the Double Wear, of course, it kind of lightens it up some, makes it not so serious and not so makeup-y, and I have loved it. Let me see if I can, my makeup's not going to be as, like, you know, not that it's ever perfect, but it's not going to be as, I don't know, you can see. I just didn't I probably didn't put on as much or pay as much attention to detail as I would if I were doing a video. But anyway, I love it. I have worn this. I think this is what I had on in my hair tutorial. Gosh, my hands are so dry. I've been using this Amore Pacific, and I'm almost out. It's the one that Jamie sent me from Nordstrom, and I've loved it. I've got my Dermalogica multivitamin one in the car, but they're like sandpaper. It's been really cold here for us. It was, I think yesterday was high in the 30s, and then today it was, I think, 47. So anyway, ramble. So let's just go ahead and get started. I don't even know what I was saying, but I was saying how much I love mixing this foundation. So if you've tried it, leave a note down below what you think. I would not doubt if some of you find that using all the products might be too glowy for you, because I know that everybody doesn't like that, but try mixing them up, and I think that you will just love it. I know I've used the primer every day, and I've used like a pump of that. I want to mix it with the Marc Jacobs and see what it does to that. So anyway, well, let's get started with my palettes here. And of course, right off the bat, you know that one of my favorite palettes, two of them, are Naked 1 and Naked 2 Basics. I think I could go forever without the regular Urban Decay Naked palettes, the 1, 2, and 3. I do like that smoky one, okay, but not enough for it to be in here, I don't think. And so honorable mention to those, but I think I probably had those in my last year favorites. So I definitely recommend you getting the Naked Basics 1 and 2. And I think I might have to put her down because come on over here. How about coming up here? Come on. Okay, good girl. Sit up there. And so those, and then honorable mention to the Gwen Stefani palette by Urban Decay and the new Tartist Bloom, or Tartlet in Bloom. Tartist or Tartlet, you know which one I just got, the Bloom one. But I feel like I just got those, and I do love them, but I feel like they shouldn't really be in favorites yet. So these that I have are just tried and true favorites. Okay, the first one is not really a palette, but it is kind of to me because I have it here in a palette, but it's my Trish McEvoy shadows. And I've told you I've had these in favorites before, but this is my little palette that I have, and my favorite colors are the ones that are right down here on the bottom. I think any of you would love these shadows. It's like Almond is this brown, awesome crease color. And then I believe that's called Cream. Of course, I'll list them down below. Blackberry Granite is a shadow unlike any other shadow. It is the very, very perfect shadow to put on your outside, to connect from the end of your wing and just put a little bit on the outer, not even an outer V, but just to flick it in. Or anytime you want to darken it up, but you just want something with a little pizzazz. That is just a beautiful shadow. And then this is just the liner in black. So you could, I guess, possibly go without that, but that 4 right there is just beautiful. And I've never used it where I didn't love my makeup. So that I want to tell you and mention. This I might have mentioned last year. I probably did, but I couldn't go without mentioning it. It's the Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage. I wore this, I think either last week or week before. It had gotten kind of, shifted to the back of my makeup drawer in my clear cube, and I pulled it out and used it, and it was just like, oh, this palette is just so pretty. It's not anything that's going to, no one's going to say, oh, your eyeshadow is so beautiful. But what they're going to say is, you look so pretty, or your makeup looks so pretty, because it just blends so nice. It just gives such a classy, beautiful eye, and it's easy. They just kind of blend right together, but they stay pigmented. It's just a good palette. My favorite one that I've had. Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and show you this one. This is I've got this pretty recently. It's the Kevyn Aucoin, and I mean, how about that case that it comes in? And it's padded, like, it's pretty seriously padded. So when you travel, you could just easily throw this in your suitcase. And I would think that's why they did this. But it is the Legacy palette. And it has the contour powder that is so famous, the medium contour powder, and the Candlelight. And these two products are just loved by many. And then it has all of these awesome shadows, like all of these warm tones and then the cooler tones. And I had bought several of these palettes, and then I think my friend Liz gave me one, and all of these single palettes are just beautiful. And this, I believe, is just like the Essential 1 palette. I think that's in here, and I don't know if, I'm sure some of these colors are out of the other palettes, but they're the favorites. And it's just beautiful. It gives you a good, this color and this color gives you that good, I just love not really, I don't like the warm purples. I like the cool purples, the iris type purples and the gray purples, and that's what this is. And then it gives you that good brown option. It's just a great palette, and even these little brushes and sponges are nice to use. I've used them. It has a brush, and then it has like the actual pointed one. They're just nice, really, really nice shadows, and it's just a nice mirror, a nice palette all together. And if you were traveling, you would already have your contour, your highlight, and all your shadows, and you might not need any brushes, so you could just take, I guess, a bronzer, and you know, it would give you a lot right here in one palette, and it's just so nice. And I am getting hot, and I have not even worn, I had to take the tags off this dress. I don't know if you guys remember me getting this dress. It is definitely a boobylicious dress, but that's how these wrap dresses, that's kind of what makes them so sexy to me, is they're not that short, they're not tight, but I guess it's the wrap that kind of makes it sexy. And but I took the tags off of this one. I bought it last year, I think, when we went to Raleigh. We went to Saks for Brooke's birthday in March, and I got it on like major sale. And so I wore this today. Gosh, I've got so much here. Let's just go with Tartelette. I got this last year after my January no-buy, which I learned my lesson with that. We will not be getting into that this year. And it is the Tartelette palette. And my friend Elizabeth sent it to me. She and I had done the January no-buy together. And she had this sent out and got to me right, I think, the day our no-buy ended. It was just so sweet, so that she could give it to me before I went out and got it myself, because this had just come out, and that's so sweet. And I love it. I mean, just love it. There is just not a bad shade in here. It's easy. All of these are easy. They're those palettes you just pick up, you automatically have a crease color, you automatically have every color you need. You don't have to work a bunch of palettes, you know, like with your MAC palettes and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to get other ones out and stuff like that. It's just beautiful. I love just these purples and that color and that color. It's just, you will not regret it at all. And you probably all have that one. Okay, going along with that is the Vizart, somebody have to tell me how to say that, the #1 basic matte palette. And you can see this sucker has been through it, and it's, you know, really basic looking. And you know, at first when you get it, you'll just be like, oh great, you know, it's not, the presentation isn't that gorgeous or anything, but these shadows are just good. They're just so easy, and it just gives you so many options of crease colors, highlight colors. You can go with a warm eye, a cool eye, a taupey eye. It's just, and like I said before, I mean, I think when something costs a lot like this does, I believe it's $80. Beautylish has these. When they cost a lot, I think people are extra, you know, I hate to say judgmental, but they really want to be impressed. And so I think sometimes it gets kind of a bad review, and it really doesn't deserve it. It's just such a good palette. I hate to see when someone gives it a bad review, because I feel like, you know, it just, I don't know, I just can't imagine somebody not liking this palette. And so just give it a try, and I think you'll like it. I really do. I think 98% sure you would like this palette. Okay, this is one I mentioned the other day. It's the Natural Matte palette by Too Faced. Just a good one. So good. I told you the other day, I just love, like, it just really has a different tone to the shadows that make it extra sexy, extra kind of smoldery. And I just love, like, that color right there, just starting out with that. It's just smudgier, not so precise look works better on me, because it's almost impossible for me to get both eyes the same. And that's what this is. It gives you a good smudgy, smoldery color. The Natural Matte. And someone mentioned the other day the Romantic Eye, and I looked and looked, and I don't know where I've put that. I don't know if I have tucked it away. I didn't really have a whole lot of time before I wanted to come up here and do this video. to look in all my different spots and all Brooke's got a clear cube, and then she's got another thing of makeup. So I like the Romantic Eye, but another one that I like so much, and I've bought this I think at least twice, maybe 3 times, because a lot of times I'll go through this thing where if I haven't used it in a while, I'll give it away and then I miss it. And I usually miss it because of this color right here. It's called Vintage Violet. And let's see if I can show you the tones. That Vintage Violet is the most unique purple I have ever used. And I like the Tufted Suede. This color right here is a good all over color for someone like me that doesn't want like a true highlight. And then even this color is really unique. They're just all same thing as the other. They're just unique tones. And these are matte. Did I already say that? Yeah, matte eye. And I really like it. I can tell you this because I just realized I meant to do this in the beginning of the video and I didn't. Today I I started off this morning knowing that I was going to try to find a dupe for this Rouge In Love 124M today. It is the most beautiful lipstick. It is just gorgeous. And let me swatch it. I have good swatch pictures that I'll add if this doesn't show. But here's the swatch of it. And I have been wearing it all day. I've probably reapplied maybe twice. And it's pretty much worn off now. Today you can use it with just any lip liner. It's amazing. I mean, especially all your nudes. But today I have it on with the Estee Lauder Nude, which is more of kind of like a peachy nude. And so here, here it is. But I wanted to show you that it really does almost stain your lips. And it just wears off so well. It's a very, very unique color. And so I'm going to put it on again. So you can see the color. It's just beautiful. It smells good. It feels good. And what's neat about it is, let's see if you can see back here. Look how glossy it is. Someone asked me, did I have on gloss? You do not need a gloss, yet it's got lots of body to it. It's not one of those real slicky. It even has more body to it than the new Burberry Kisses. It really stays on, and it is just the most beautiful. What do I have my phone? I'm going to take a picture right now of it so I can make sure that I want you guys to see just how glossy and pretty it is. And let's see, make sure there's no emergency. Okay. I looked at everything. I swatched every lipstick that I could swatch in Ulta. I didn't have time to go to the mall today, but I swatched all the Too Faced. I looked at Urban Decay. They really didn't have anything. I mean, I swatched like Pure Minerals, NYX. I looked at everything, and this is such a unique color. The closest thing that I have found to it is Pure Zen by MAC. And that's what I was thinking this morning. I did a swatch of Pure Zen. Let's see, told you it reminded me of Innocence Beware. Innocence Beware is more of a pink. This is a true peach, and it's got like almost an iridescence to it. It's just unlike anything I've ever seen. So what I was thinking is Pure Zen with a little bit of Baby Sparks or something might make this, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to go to like Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to go to the MAC counter and Chanel and see if I can find something like it, because it's beautiful. It's one of the prettiest lipsticks. And I'm just going to use it. I've got two, one for my purse, one for the bathroom. I'm not going to worry about it, because every time I do that, I end up not using something that I love. So I'm going to use it up and try to find us another one. It is just gorgeous. The next one, this is what I actually have on today. I have worn this, I think, every day this week. I think I've worn it every day this week, and it is the Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette, which I think is a very good thing to point out about this palette. Someone asked me, did I think they asked me, did I like the Visart more than this, or how did it differ? Anyway, someone mentioned this palette and I was like, oh God, I forgot about how awesome that palette is. So here it is. And I love this palette. I was just thinking, Tammy, if she doesn't have this, she needs it. I mean, today I started off with this color all over, and then I ended up doing a little bit of this and then a little bit of that color. It's just every tone you could want, you know, from the real warms to the pretty neutral to the real cool. And that color, these two are probably my favorites because I like that taupey eye, the more that 60s real cool taupey eye, but love it. I think everyone would love this. And the whole thing with eye contour palette is, I think if you're someone who really doesn't like the look of eyeshadow, but you just want to be able to contour your eye, you would love this. You would love those tones right there, because that's what it gives you. It's almost like that Kevyn Aucoin contour palette, and it's just so pretty. It's a nice palette. Okay, the last one, you guys probably know this is coming, but it is the Kat Von D. That was Kat Von D. This is the Interstellar palette. And this is just, so this is a little bit, this would be the one that's really not as neutral. This is definitely a cool tone palette, but just gorgeous. And this is not all matte. This is just one of those palettes that just is kind of surprising how much I love it. But it's just the shadows, even the, you know, these right here are obviously my favorite ones because you can see I've used them the most. And then I think I put that on in the inner corner. Even though they're frosty or a little bit sparkly, they're just smooth as velvet. I mean, you can just look and see the texture of them. And I just love the highlights. It's just perfect. And I really don't even see a warm tone in here. So if you're a person that really wants a warm tone crease color, a lot of times I don't need that because I just take my foundation, and a lot of times I'll even take my bronzer over my eyelids so that I already have kind of a warm tone on my lid. Then you might need an additional like soft brown from MAC or something. That would be one shadow I recommend everyone get, would be MAC Soft Brown, because that can always work as your crease color. And if that's too dark for you, the Makeup Geek Peach, is it Peach? Not Peach Twist, but Peaches. It's a peachy color. I'll put it down here. That is another one that I can always, Peaches and Cream, I think it is. I can always put that one in the crease and then go from there, and always love it. So that is the palettes that I chose, and I'm sure that I'm going to remember some more that I wish I would have told you about. And if I do, I'll put them down below. I mean, I'm not going to hold myself to, I'm going to go put these up and then get something else that I used on my hair to show you. Okay, this is something that I got this week, and actually John was ordering something from Amazon, and I had put it in my, I don't know if I had it in my carts or my favorites or whatever, and he ended up ordering it for me, and I got it I think day before yesterday, and I used it last night for the first time. But it is just like our flat iron that I've been telling you guys about, and I think some of you have gotten. It's the one like Morgan uses. It's the Babyliss Pro porcelain ceramic commercial grade with instant heat technology, and it is the curling iron. And I just thought, you know, as much as I love the flat irons, I want to try the curling iron because I used that Hot Tools, which I like, but I didn't really have, that one's a 2-inch. I didn't really have another one that I loved, and I just, you know, since I like those so much, I thought I would try this. And so I tried it last night for the first time, and let's see what size this one is. 1 1/4, 32 millimeter. And it says up to 430 degrees. Porcelain emits negative ions that smooth and relax hair. Porcelain renews and revitalizes hair shine. Porcelain generates far infrared heat to protect hair's luster. So, let's see what, if anything, makes this. Porcelain barrel easily creates silky smooth curls. Okay, that is one thing I have noticed that I really like. The other day, I used the C Styler Babyliss, and I liked it okay, but I really do like this black porcelain. It does seem like, especially with the flat irons, when you're doing that twirling, it just seems like this glides through your hair so much easier. Fast, accurate heat. independent on-off button. And then this is what I think is the best. This is the temperature control. And let's see, it tells you where to put it for fragile, thin to normal hair. And let's see, for normal hair, it says, gosh, you can go up to 360 or maybe even 370 or something. For thin hair, it says you could go to 330. And for fragile hair, it says 280. Wavy and coarse hair, it says wavy hair up to 380 or 420, and then 430 for coarse hair. I did it on 280, and you can see, you know, this is just me going around it really quick with thick sections of hair. I probably only did it maybe, I usually just split my hair right down the middle and do probably 5 on each side, counting the front, and loved it. I mean, it heated up fast. The spring is real easy. This thing is not real big, so every time I went to like hold it, you know, sometimes I would burn my fingers a little bit. It's not quite as big as the one on the end of my Hot Tools, but you know, I'll get used to it. And I just loved it. And I sprayed it with my Pureology hairspray that I've been using, slept on it, and this has been all day, and I just think it's perfect. It's going to be just it's just a different look than the doing it with the flat iron, because I think the flat iron gives you, I don't know, it's just different. I don't know how to explain it. The flat iron gives me more of a funky, kinkier, I was going to say irrational, irregular curl, probably irrational too. But so anyway, and I don't think it was expensive. I can't even remember. I know it was less than $100, and I just love these, so it's worth it. And so I wanted to go ahead and show you that since I had done my hair with this. It was not easy. These things are like getting Barbies out, you know. It's like something it's just hard to get out. You can see John just like trashed it getting out of there. Okay, I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day, but I feel like I have to put my coat on to do it because I never took my coat off. I wasn't planning on. This dress is low cut. I have on, like I said, this dress is just a wrap dress from Diane von Furstenberg, DVF wrap dress. And then this, you guys probably remember, is this yummy little jacket that I saw when I was going through Gap one day last year, either last year or year before, and it was in the little girl section, and I loved it, and so I got the extra large, and it fits, and it's awesome. I love this little jacket. And then I realized when I was looking at that book that I told you guys about, the Refinery 29, looking through that, and over the holidays, Sex and the City had like a marathon on like the Oxygen channel, and this is Brooke's chair. A lot of times she'll come up here at night or on the weekends, and I just got her this new pillow. It's real fluffy, and so she brings the footstool over here and sits here, and she usually turns this off and plugs up her phone or her little tablet or whatever, and we hang out and watch TV. And I just got so inspired to wear dresses again. I mean, I just love wearing dresses, and I don't wear as many of them in the winter time. So between the two of those things, I decided to break out my tights and wear a dress today. And so I have on just random tights that I think I got at TJ Maxx. I think they're Betsy Johnson or something. And then these are my Fry Parker boots. I really think I might like it better with maybe a bootie or something, but I just was getting out of here quick today, and like I said, didn't know I was going to do a video, so this is it. And for accessories, I really wanted to wear the big bird necklace, not the little flying bird, but the large bird Sheila Fajl necklace, because I love wearing something kind of silly or animated or something. I don't know how you would put that with a dress like this, especially with like the faux furs. It just gives you that, I don't know, that look. And I could not find it, so I don't know what I've done with my gold one. I had a rose gold one, and so anyway, I just kept on my bar necklace from Oliver, and I like this one too. This is the Lariat necklace from Sheila Fajl, and I just think it's a sexy necklace, so I put this one on. And let's see, earrings. I put on just my good faithful Sheila Fajl Eternity earrings. If you have trouble with the favorite hoops, like getting caught in your hair, sometimes I do, the Eternity hoops are good about not doing that because they go the whole way around. And nail polish, that's funny because I wasn't planning on showing you guys this. Last night I went to paint my nails, and on this hand I've got the Super Ultraviolet from Morgan Taylor. And I think when I was looking at Marissa Webb's Instagram, I saw she had navy blue and black. Well, when I was doing it, I was in the middle of watching Beverly Hills Housewives, and Brooke has my Chanel black satin downstairs, and I happened to look over and see this, which is the Nails Inc. Porchester Square. And when I picked it up, it just looked so pretty together that I decided to do this hand in this color. So that's Porchester Square, and then this is the Morgan Taylor. And I think that's it. I think I've covered it all. And so I hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully I can get this edited and up before Friday. And I will see you guys on Friday. I've got a couple of really good things, neat things to show you. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.